The time to harvest is now. O circling stars, turn the law of cause and effect upside down. It's finished, Arum. In the name of Astil, Aseamonia, O Calistia, Gil, by the law of the earth and sky, tear away the seal of forbidden form. Kill the happiness and love of my little brother. First key, release the seal! Arum-sama, please save yourself. Go through the portal. There's no mistake. It's Prince Gil's magic. At last it came. Hurry! Please go through the mirror. Fortunately for the young prince, a girl by the name of Arie is holding the key to his escape, a mirror passed down to her by her great-great-something or another grandma. Of course, when he tries to tell her where he came from, she is more than a bit skeptical. But you can't just leave little Arum alone, so she takes him back to her house, which is conveniently devoid of all adult supervision. I don't see that becoming a problem. The two then share some funny and cute bonding moments before falling asleep. Well, now that these two are off in dreamland, let's see if we can't figure out who Arie's love interest is. This is classified as a romance fantasy after all. Alright, let's review the candidates. How about him? Oh, how about this guy? Oh, okay. How about him? You sure? Well, then who is... Okay, they say their goodnight, and they fall asleep, and then you see there's something, maybe the spell's happening again, whatever that is, and the next thing you know, she wakes up the next morning, and she's lying next to a giant naked... Arum? Wait. You mean that cute, rambunctious 10-year-old Arum is this hot, muscular man who is also Arie's love interest?
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous.
Stop. Now, I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation for this if we just look ahead and we see that... Arie, take off your clothes. What? So, the basic plot follows the child Prince Arum as he tries to find a way to deal with the curse put upon him by his brother. Whenever he's in the dark, he turns into a teenager, as well as pursuing 15-year-old Arie, who is more than reluctant, seeing as how his real age is 10. Of course, there's more that gets in the way of their love besides Detective Stabler and Benson, but since the series is only 4 books long, I'll let y'all read that rest for yourselves. I think I better analyze this before the cops see me reading this. What, really? Nothing. Art-wise, MeruPuri is really pretty, with large, soul-piercing eyes and a lot of detail put into their hair and clothes. There are a lot of blank, sparkly backgrounds, giving you a vague sense of depth, but that's common for shoujo manga. The one thing that kind of bothered me was that I felt like their heads were too big. To me, their hair just went up way too high, particularly when it came to the male characters. But it's a small pet peeve, and otherwise, the art was really nice to look at. Once again, as is my usual complaint with a lot of the manga I have read recently, there are a lot of characters that just don't get enough attention. The world of MeruPuri is lush and obviously has a rich background, especially when the history of several characters is brought up. But Matsuri never goes anywhere with it. All we get is a taste of a delicious backstory before she kicks us out because it's closing time. Even Arie and Arum, who is still 10, don't get much more than a brief reference to their pasts. This wouldn't be such a big deal if their pasts weren't treated with such importance. For example, the reason for Arie being home alone all the time, and probably why she is obsessed with having a perfect family of her own, is because of her parents' jobs and her grandparents having different schedules than her. It's mentioned and alluded to, but never really explored. I suppose this is going with the whole show-don't-tell sort of mentality, which is usually pretty good, but in this case I would have liked to see something more than just a vague allusions to someone's past, particularly when it has obviously affected them so deeply. Her parents are overseas, and her grandparents live downstairs, but you never see or hear from any of them. In fact, they're only mentioned at the beginning, and the time Arie spends in the house alone is used to accentuate how lonely her life has been before Arum came along. Well, maybe if you went downstairs to talk to your grandparents once in a while, you wouldn't be so gosh darn lonely and end up having a weird relationship with an elementary school child. Honestly, that was the one thing that sort of ruined this story for me. Arum's age. Arum justifies the age difference of him and Arie by saying that his parents had a 100-year age difference between them. Fine, whatever, but I'm pretty sure they didn't get married until they hit puberty. It's not even the age difference that bothers me, it's when the age difference is.
If this was a 17-year-old and a 22-year-old, it wouldn't be as big of a deal.
I'm not saying that a 17-year-old is the most mature a person can get in their life, but they are certainly much more aware of themselves and of the world than a 10-year-old is. I simply couldn't enjoy any of the romantic scenes between them, but even when he was in his teenage body, because that's all it was, a body.
He's 10. He's still 10. He is 10 bloody years old, dang it.
I don't know, maybe this was another one of those love conquers all morals, but all I got was a vaguely pedophilic feeling. I mean, look at this. Alright, to be fair, this is a fan-subbed page, but still, he's barely into the double digits. Why are you saying that? Not to mention, why is he drawn like a sexy model, for goodness sakes? I don't... If you keep this up, the dun-dun is gonna come back. You see? You see? And I'm the one that's get carted away for this, not you.
This isn't a bad series, because I was very interested in seeing what would happen next, and loved the parts involving Arum's kingdom. The relationships between himself and the other members of the royal family were fascinating, and I would have loved to have read a story just about them. Unfortunately, they were more like eye candy, and really just seemed to serve as obstacles to get in the way of the relationship of Arum and Arie, which, oddly enough, none of them seemed to have a problem with due to age. It was in fact all because of something that happened many, many years ago within the kingdom.
Read about it. It's cool, but once again, not very deeply explored.
Overall, this series is a page-turner full of interesting characters and beautiful artwork. Perhaps if there had been more in the series and the time frame of the relationship had been extended, it wouldn't have been so uncomfortable, at least for me. To the credit of the author, I guess, Arie reacts similar to me throughout at least half of the series, and they don't actually do the deeds, so I suppose that eases some of the pedo-bearness of it.
So, due to the taboo relationship that this series shows, I wouldn't give this to first-time readers of manga, or to someone who's watched too much Law & Order SVU, or to someone who has a problem with slightly pedophilic situations. Or just pedophilic situations in general. Yeah. It's really up to you, I guess, if you can get over the whole 10-year-old chasing after a 15-year-old thing. It's still weird to me. Maybe I'm going overboard and overreacting to this. Maybe it's a cultural thing, or that it's playing to the shonen Lolita fetish that I've never understood and found creepy. I don't know, but it's really not my thing, entertaining story or not.
MeruPuri has been published by Viz Media and should be easy to find at most bookstores.
Wow, I was actually able to get through this whole review without the police coming in and carting me away. Maybe I really was overreacting to